Shalom and good afternoon and greetings from Jerusalem, Jane. I'm sitting here in my couch on a sunny day in Israel, but it's cold and I'm just putting on layers and putting on layers because the cold is in here and the pain is in here. Because today is the funeral of baby Kfir, his brother Ariel, and his precious mother Shiri. All of them brutally kidnapped by terrorists on October 7 together with Shiri's husband Yarden, kidnapped into the Gaza Strip, and mothers and two baby boys were brutally murdered about a month after they were kidnapped into Gaza. As you know, they were brought home last week, and today all of Israel came to a standstill. With this funeral taking place, thousands and thousands of people were out in the streets with Israeli flags, with orange flags, with orange balloons, with the hair, the red-orange hair from baby Kfir and baby Ariel, and just to stand in solidarity and to stand in respect and to share their grief with the Bibas family as the funeral procession made its way to the cemetery. I just want to briefly read what Yarden Bibs said when he eulogized his wife and his two baby boys. Mi amor, Yarden said, addressing Shiri in the beginning. I remember the first time I said mi amor to you. It was at the very beginning of our relationship. You told me to only call you that if I was certain that I loved you, not to say it carelessly. I didn't say it then because I didn't want you to think I was rushing to say I love you, Shiri, but I will confess now that I already loved you back then when I said mi amor. Shiri, I love you and I will always love you. Shiri, you are everything to me. You are the best wife and mother there could be. Shiri, you are my best friend. Miss Mishi, who will help me make decisions now? How am I supposed to make decisions without you? Do you remember our last decision together in the safe room? I asked if we should fight or surrender. You said, fight. So I fought. Shiri, I'm sorry I couldn't protect you all. If only I had known what would happen, I would not have fired. I think about everything we went through together. There are so many beautiful memories. I remember Ariel and Kfir's birth. I remember the days we would sit at home or in a cafe, just the two of us, talking for hours about everything under the sun. It was wonderful. I missed those times deeply. Your presence is profoundly missed. I want to tell you about everything that's happening in the world and here in Israel. Shiri, everybody knows us and everybody loves us. You can't imagine how surreal all this madness is. Shiri, people tell me they always be by my side, but they're not you, so please stay close to me and don't go far. Shiri, in the closets, Shiri, this is the closest I've been to you since October 7, and I can't kiss or hug you, and it's breaking me. Shiri, please watch over me, protect me from bad decisions, shield me from harmful things, and protect me from myself. Guard me so I don't sink into darkness. Mishi, I love you. Yarden then addressed his son Ariel. Chuki, Ariel, you made me a father. You transformed us into a family. You taught me what truly means in life and about responsibilities. The day you were born, I matured instantly because of you. You taught me so much about myself, and I want to thank you. So thank you, my beloved. Ariel, I hope you're not angry with me for failing to protect you properly and for not being there for you. I hope you know I thought about you every day and every minute. I hope you are enjoying paradise. I'm sure you're making all the angels laugh with you, silly jokes and impressions. I hope there are plenty of butterflies for you to watch, just like you did during our picnics. Shuki, be careful when you climb down from your clouds not to step on Tony. Teach Kfir all your impressions and make everyone laugh up there. Ariel, I love you the most in the world, always in the world, just as you used to tell us. And finally, Yarden addressed baby Kfir. Puppy Kfir, I didn't think our family could be more perfect. And then you came and made it even more perfect. I remember your birth. I remember during the delivery when the midwife suddenly stopped everything. We were frightened and thought something was wrong. But it was just to tell us we had another redhead. How about that? Mom and I laughed and rejoiced. You brought more light and happiness to our little home. You came with your sweet, captivating laugh and smile, and I was instantly hooked. It was impossible not to nibble on you all the time. Kfir, I'm sorry I didn't protect you better, but I need you to know that I love you deeply and I miss you terribly. I miss nibbling on you and hearing you laugh. I miss our morning games with Mom, when Mom would ask me to watch you before I went to work. I cherish those little moments so much, and I miss them now more than ever. Kfir, I love you the most in the world, always in the world. I have so many more things to tell you, but I'll save them for when we are alone. Look at this. Yeah. Wow. I'm sorry. So those were the precious words that Yarden Kfir was saying today when he said goodbye to his wife and their two precious boys. So I want to send my heartfelt and deep condolences to Yarden Kfir, to the family of Yarden, and to the family of Shiri. Shiri's sister was also speaking at the funeral today. There are other family members and friends eulogizing this beautiful young woman. She was just, I think she was 32. When she was dragged into the dungeons, into Gaza, we all saw the video holding her two babies in her arms. Can you imagine what they went through? What she went through as a lioness protecting her two babies? And then already after a month, they were brutally murdered. So it's a very, very painful day here in Israel. I really want to encourage you to pray for the Bibas family. According to plan, 4 deceased hostages are going to be released within the next 24 hours, coming back to Israel as part of the first stage 1 of this hostage deal, which is actually, according to schedule, expiring in a few days. So we will see if that first stage of this hostage deal is going to be extended, or if there's going to be a second stage. We don't know. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Jane Kiel, Jerusalem Jane. That's how I've known around the world. And I want to say that the last video update I made on all my social media, I don't know what happened on my YouTube channel, but that video on my YouTube was just spread out and shared, and I think it's reaching now almost 170,000 views. I have no idea how that happened, but I'm just grateful that the truth is coming out there. So for all of you who found me on YouTube, thank you for following me on my social media. My name is Jane Kiel. I'm a Danish citizen, grew up in a small town in Denmark, and I felt the Lord called me to just leave everything behind and travel to Israel and stand in the gap for the Jewish people for 2 reasons: to comfort my people, to say I love you, I stand with you, this is your nation, God gave this land to you, never to be uprooted again, and then to just, in my small way, share the way that I'm doing now, just speaking to a phone, sharing the truth, views and news out of Israel. I know a lot of you just recently found me and you don't even know who I am, but I have actually been doing this for more than 10 years. I stepped out in faith. I arrived with one suitcase, not knowing anyone, and I started making videos about what's really happening here that you simply don't hear in mainstream media. I made a page on Facebook called Israel One Nation, and that just kind of grew and grew and grew, and I think we just passed 224,000 followers on Israel One Nation on Facebook. I started other media outlets, social media, and I have been blessed to also have a blog for Jerusalem Post. And through all of this, I came by myself, I live by myself, I shop, I cook, I clean, I work by myself. I'm not funded by anyone. I'm solely working as a volunteer, just solely funded by people who say, how can I send you $10? How can I send you $75? How can I send you $200? Because I can see you're making a difference. You put your life on the line. I started making videos on the Temple Mount, and I had my life threatened, actually also by Hamas terror organization, who was writing about me and sharing my videos. And like I said, I have been doing this now for more than 10 years, just sharing about every single terror attack that has been happening in Israel. And today it's all about the Bibas family, like it rightfully should be. But I have been reporting for years and years and years about dead Jewish babies and dead Jewish children and dead Jewish grandmothers and dead Jewish Holocaust survivors and moms and dad who has been brutally murdered for no other reason than just being Jewish, murdered here in Israel in the sanctity of their own God-given homeland. And it's not been easy, and it's traumatizing and very, very painful, but I believe this is what God has called me to do here in Israel as long as I'm being granted a visa. So because there are so many new followers, I'm going to share actually a link, and this is to a GoFundMe page where you can go and read my testimony. Who is Jane Keel? Who is Jerusalem Jane? Why did she leave Denmark? Why did she come to Israel? What has she been doing here? What's the consequences? What's the price I have paid with the threats to my own life? How I'm solely funded. I never received $1 from any blogs, from any videos, from any articles, for any of the work, simply just working on a volunteer basis. And then private people are saying, I want to send a seed. I want to bless Israel through you. So yeah, please go and follow that link. Just to read my story, and for anyone who want to send a donation, I really, really would appreciate it. And would you also just share out this GoFundMe page? I would really like to reach the goal that was made 2 years ago. So most of that money has actually already been used in simply just keeping me here in Israel and being your girly boots and eyes and ears on the ground. So today I'm sending my heartfelt condolences to Yarden Bibs and that whole family. Baby Kfir, Ariel, Shiri, rest in peace. May your memories always, always be a blessing. May God comfort your family. And for the rest of us, our task is for such a time as this to comfort my people and stand with Israel, stand on the right side of facts, of truth, of history, of this nation that has so much great history, destiny. It is God's homeland, and He gave it to the Jewish people. So for such a time as this, united, we're standing with Israel. Bye.